Hello, good day everyone. Welcome for today's activity. In this recreation, I will be served as your moderator. My name is Kin Harold C. Sanchez, and today we will be having a panel discussion. As your moderator, it comes with great honor and privilege to deliver this online assemblage. And on behalf of our audiences or the ones that are watching, we will do our best to relinquish the program prosperously. Today, we have gathered here with our four panelists that are willing to share with their different insights about the topic, the exacerbating pornography cases during the COVID-19 pandemic. Starting our first panelist, Ms. Humalin S. Damasco, followed by Ms. Cherry Ann Igonia, Mr. Joseph P. Palermo, and lastly, Ms. Elaine Jamaica Cucamas. Each panelist are given a time to give his or her views on the given topic. Other panelists should be quiet to avoid interruption, while the other panelist is speaking. At the end of the discussion, the panelists are authorized to ask questions to their fellow panelists if they still have questions. To formally introduce to you all our first panelist, the first to give his views, Ms. Humalin S. Damasco.
Thank you, Mr. King, for introducing me. We already know that the COVID 19 pandemic continues to cause an immense psychosocial strains worldwide. Excessive use of the internet during these psychologically trying times, fueled by physical isolation as a result of lockdowns, has an unprecedented increase in internet and consumption of online pornography during the pandemic, and possibly even directly caused by it. In this review, the authors report data from the relevant sources to show the rise in pornography used during lockdowns in different countries worldwide. In addition to a brief overview of the neurobiology of internet addiction broadly and problematic online pornography use specifically, similarities with substance use disorders are explained.
Thank you, Ms. Sumalin, for sharing your noteworthy intuition. Ms. Sumalin shared what she observed based on the exacerbating of pornography cases in this COVID-19 pandemic. On the other hand, let's hear what our second panelists think of the same situation.
I just want to thank our moderator, Mr. King. Pornography Addiction, a 2006 longitudinal study on internet addiction, concluded that one of the main internet-related activities or online pornography had the greatest potential to be addictive. According to Stein et al., in persons with compulsive sexual behavior disorder or CSBD, the behavior becomes a central focus of their life, with an unsuccessful efforts to control or significantly reduce it, as well as adverse consequences, negative impact on health.
Thank you, Ms. Cherry, for the learnings. Maybe we can learn more for our third panelist, Mr. Joseph P. Palermo.
Thank you, Mr. Keene. Problematic internet and online pornography use have been reported to constitute as an increasing burden in public mental health since 2000s. Yet, psychopathological models and diagnostic criteria have lacked consensus, and the body of evidence on the effectiveness of therapeutic approaches is still in scarce. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced millions indoors and needed a mediation of screens to work, maintain social interactions, carry out everyday activities such as shopping. This has exposed many to a higher risk of developing or worsening problematic use of internet and pornography.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph, for sharing your enlightening ideas. Lastly, may I call on Ms. Elaine Jamaica Cucamas for giving her ideas.
The current pandemic and its aftermath represent a challenge and opportunity to revisit the conceptual discussion of these internet-mediated problems and advance epidemiological and epidemiological research agree on the diagnostic criteria. identify effective intervention to better understand and minimize the individual and social impact of this. We hope our review provide an up-to-date perspective to the topic and guidance to start addressing the problems of pathological internet and online pornography use.
Thank you, Miss Alain, for sharing your views. Now, let's move on our question and answer portion. The panelists may now ask questions they have in mind for them to be enlightened. Panelists, you may now state your questions.
Here's my question to Miss Cherry Ann Igonia. Does pornography has a huge impact on our mental and physical health?
Thank you for the question, Miss Jamaica. Yes, pornography has a huge impact on our mental and physical health, especially in COVID-19 pandemic. Means that people worldwide are suffering from more stress as a result of the change and uncertainty the virus is causing to our everyday lives. Many are turning to pornography to self-soothe their anxiety or depression or just find some quick pleasure. The multi-billionaire dollar porn industry is taking advantage of so many people feeling bored while stuck at home and offering free access to premium sites to encourage use. The challenge there is that quick fixes often have hidden risks such as gradual depending that can result in problematic use and even addiction for some.
Okay, Miss Jumaline, why some people love spreading this kind of content?
Well, actually, Mr. Palermo, people enjoy spreading this kind of content because they don't know how it can have a big impact in the younger generations. According to my research, some people do this for money. They are paid a large sum just to spread the word. They are also blinded by their actions. They believe it is just for fun and that everyone will enjoy it.
Here's my question to Miss Alain. What are the consequences of posting inappropriate pictures online?
Posting inappropriate videos and images can damage one's reputation and cause problems years later, such as when a potential employer or college admission officers does a background check. Sending a mean-spirited text, even as a joke, it can be very hurtful to someone and even taken as a threat.
The current pandemic and its aftermath represent a challenge and an opportunity to revisit the conceptual discussions on these pornographic mediated problems and identify effective interventions to better understand and minimize the individual and social impact of this. We hope our discussion provides an up-to-date perspective on the topic and guidance to start addressing the problems of exacerbating pornography use. Wow! That discussion really gives new learning regarding to our topic for today. Well, that's all for today's discussion and I hope that our viewers have learned something and noteworthy. I would like to thank our panelists that have joined us for today. Again, this is Ken Harold wishing you a good day ahead.